Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to make an updated guide for Arcane Labyrinth now that we have more heroes, and I want to show you my general strategy of clearing up to floor 20, of even difficulty 15, each and every week, pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to show you which different heroes I have locked in. Damon, Shemira, Bonnie, Iron, Thorin twins, Rainier, Coco, Siren, Sonia, Mikola, and Almas. Now, some of these heroes might be confusing why I have them locked in, especially heroes like Thorin, even Mikola, Coco. But actually, these heroes are really good if you get certain crests throughout the labyrinth, which we will talk about. Okay, first of all, we have the first thing, starting one, we get a pure crystal gate. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lock in our team, which we're going to use for all of these earlier floors. Basically, up until the boss of floor 15, we're always going to be running the same team, which is going to be Iron and Almas for crowd control, and then I run Shemira and Damon just for more like damage output. And you can go for any artifact. I just go for like Elderbow spell. If you have these heroes, even Supreme Plus, you're going to easily be able to clear all of these earlier stages of Labyrinth. It's just no issue. What you need to do now and focus on is collecting your crests and then also your relics, which are going to be best for you. Okay, so here we're offered Pure Crystal or Relic, and Sanctuary Relic is a really good one because this is one of the recommended relics to be going for. It gives vitality, which is good for shielding, and it can allow you to unlock the really important crest, which is Verdict Shield. And so the strategy about getting a high score on the final boss of floor 20 of Labyrinth all centers around Verdict Shield, Health Shield, Chain Shield, Rebound Shield, like crests like that. And so you're gonna try to get those if you can, but if you don't, it's fine as well. Okay, so here we have Blessing Gate, defeat enemies, decrease the price of Fit's store. I think I'm going to go for that, because Resurrection Potion, I don't really recommend. It can sometimes be handy in tricky situations, but generally, if you get a good enough crest lineup, you won't even have your heroes dying at all, so you don't need the Resurrection Potion. Okay, so like going for this is going to discount our Fit store in the future, and we're going to be buying from there quite a lot, and so that is good. Okay, now here's interesting actually, because we have the discounted Fit store, if I go in there, I can buy minimum 2 relics, maybe even a 3rd item, and if I just go for the relegate, I'm just going to get 1 relic here. So because we have the discounted Fit store, and we got like a pure crystal earlier on, bonus, I'm going to go for this right here. And okay, I'm going to go for Vanquish. We're going to go for the 2 relics. We're going to end up with the Sanctuary Relic and also a Vanquish Relic. I'm not going to buy the other things. I would just value having the pure crystals instead. Okay, we have now our first crest offering. Anything that centers around shielding can be good. None of these are really great, honestly. And I'm not going to refresh it, even though you could technically refresh it right now. In my early upgrades, when you're like 2 out of 2, you have a really low chance of getting a high quality rare crest anyway, like the purple or yellow crest, which you're really looking for. So I wait until we get like a 4 out of 4 or beyond. That's when I start refreshing with my pure crystals, because you're gonna run out of pure crystals if you just refresh every single time. Okay, so we're off to a pretty good start. We get another upgrade here. Divine Soldier, Entwined Fury, Impact Armor. I mean, Impact Armor can be useful and can be a bit helpful for bosses which remain on the enemy side of the battlefield. So I'm going to go for Impact Armor, because really what we're doing right now is we're just trying to gear up for the boss. That's what we're selecting with our relics and our crests. So if we get another Vanquish, we're going to get 2 out of 2. Warmth generally is considered better, but because we're going to get a 2 out of 2 guaranteed right now, I'm going to go for the Vanquish. Otherwise, I would prefer the Warmth, because basically those tanky ones, Warmth, Sanctuary, and then Fortitude, and then the defensive one that gives you defenses. Those are the ones you want to shoot for, trying to get those shielding related crests that we talked about to build the ultimate like Exodia comp. Okay, so here we have Energy Cycle. Honestly, none of these are great. None of these are great. I'm just going to pick Energy Cycle. Divine Soldier can sometimes interfere with everything. Generally, you always want to go for powerful enemies because you get double the rewards. However, Blessing Gate is actually really interesting here. Equal exchange effect. Use all the pure crystals to obtain relic times 3 of the same type. But the problem is, we're going to use all of our pure crystals then, and then we might not be able to purchase or refresh in the future. So I think I'm going to have to go for Relegate, even though that one was pretty tempting. If we were low on pure crystals and we had just like used them all up, I would definitely go for that. Getting 3 relics for a low price would be good, but if I'm going to use up all my pure crystals, and it's just 3 versus 2 here, and saving my pure crystals, is better to go for the 2. Okay, let's see what we can get. Can we get anything decent? Even the blue, yeah, Impact Sphere is a good one. And this is going to increase your damage for the boss. Allied heroes deal 25% more damage to enemies on the enemy side of the battlefield. Concentrate is also good. Increases the damage. I think I'm going to go for Concentrate. Increases the damage allied heroes deal by 50% if they do not move for 3 seconds, which you're definitely going to be able to do. Like whether you're using Shemira in a boss comp. Oh, we got another Blessing Gate. Obtain... Okay, this one is good though. This is a good Blessing Gate. Because obtain additional relic times 1 of the same type upon clearing the floor. That's better than the other one, because the other one will just give me 1 relic and then we're done. This is going to give me, for at least 2 floors in the future, it's going to give me basically a double relic of the same type, which is also advantageous because then we'll get the instant upgrade. So that's why that will be much better. Okay, so we're off to a pretty good start. As you can see, we're up to another fit store here, which is, yeah. Now, I think yeah, we're going to go for it. We have enough pure crystals. We have the discounted price. So they're only 35 for each of the 2 relics here. And, yeah, we're not going to pick up Money Jar because we don't have enough pure crystals to benefit off of that right now. We'll just go for both of these 2 relics and move on. Because we're closer to that 4 out of 4 upgrade. And those are when the crest can get pretty good. And you have a good chance of even getting the purple crest that we want, like Verdict Shield. But you're going to see, I use the same team for all of these stages. And even if you have it, like, Paragon doesn't matter. Even if you have this team as Supreme Plus, it's really strong. Especially with the Elder Bow spell as well. The artifacts this season really help you out. Okay, we got a bunch of Vanquishes. Oh, we actually got 2 hits of the Vanquish. Okay, now, Brutal Attack. Brutal Attack can be interesting. The thing about these crowd control ones, they can help you with the earlier stages, but they won't help you with the boss at all, because you cannot crowd control the boss. Mauler Fang is not good, because you don't usually use Mauler-oriented teams that much. Brutal Attack, when an allied hero deals damage, sacrifice 5% of current HP to deal additional true damage. The thing about this is, it can be fine, but it also has problems. It doesn't have great synergy with other ones, and I think I'm honestly going to refresh. I'm going to refresh, look for something better, maybe. Might Blade, Dripping Blade, Swift Blade. Yeah, none of this is good. They're all below 70% health, so all of these are even worse. But I guess I will go for the critical rate. I don't know, because you're not trying to go below 70% health. We got another hit. Okay, this is the one. We get another Brutal Attack. I am going to go for the refresh here. We have a 6 out of 6. Okay, we got a legendary. We got Verdict Shield. Okay, you always want to pick Verdict Shield when it is offered to you. This is going to convert your shielding into true damage. This can be helpful for the boss to get a high score at the end, but that is not it. We want to definitely double down the Sanctuary. That increases the shielding value we get, which is important, and also we could hit another good shielding related crest. Okay, deploy no marksman hero. We have no marksman hero deployed, so we're going to get that soul blessing. Yeah, so this is kind of what you want to do. You want to aim for Verdict Shield. Now we want to get more shielding related crests, whether it be Chain Shield, Health Shield. All of these things are going to allow us to boost our damage output with the Verdict Shield, which is really important. But for these regular stages, our comp remains the same. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have enough pure crystals to go for a refresh here, and we didn't hit something amazing. I think I'm going to go for the final block. Honestly, none of them were too, like, top tier. Okay, wow, we're gonna hit a 8 out of 8 with the Vanquish. We don't have many pure crystals, which is a problem. We might have to refresh here if we don't get something great, but 8 out of 8, this is, like, your highest chance of getting those legendary, like, yellow tier quality crests, or even the purple ones. So let's hopefully just hit something naturally without having to use our pure crystals. Otherwise, if need be, I will refresh it. Let's see what we get here. Okay, Undying Rage is good. Undying Rage is pretty good. Allied heroes can deal additional true damage equal to 10% of the target's maximum health when they deal a critical strike. This is a good effect. We're going to go for Undying Rage. Because if we refresh it, we're not guaranteed to get anything. And we might just miss on everything. Okay, out of these two, I'm going to go for the Potential. Because energy gain is more, like, it works better with the comp that we're planning to run. Okay, so in the end, when we're fighting the boss, it is going to be the Verdict Shield oriented comp. We need to get some more shielding related crests here. Hopefully we can get one. We have the Fit Store, but honestly, I just don't have I don't have enough pure. I can buy one, and I think I'm gonna go for it because even crystal ball, it costs pure crystals when you try to to exchange, and you're not guaranteed to get anything good. Okay, nice. We hit a sanctuary. The problem is though, we won't be able to refresh it. We don't have enough pure crystals to refresh it. So I'm just hoping naturally, if we could hit health shield, chain shield, Oathkeeper's shield. Don't Sanctuary Force is not bad. Doubling the vitality that increases our shielding value. Oathkeeper ground shield equal to 30% of the maximum health to the weakest allied hero every 5 seconds. This is not bad. It's not bad, but I wonder whether Sanctuary Force might just be better. We have 6 out of 8 right now, which is increasing our vitality by 60. This is gonna cause it to increase by 120 vitality, improving the effectiveness of all of our shields. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go for the Sanctuary Force here, because that's always a solid one, and we have no more to go. Okay. Now we have the boss. Now, first of all, what I'm going to show you is if you don't manage to get like the verdict shield type strategy, you can just go for a raw damage comp. That's why we basically run Rainier, or you can use Thorin in here if you don't have Rainier belt. But like just as an example, if we wanted to do it with Rainier, this is what we would do. We have everyone just buffing up the Shemira as much as possible. Damon buffing her, Rainier position swap, Twins buffing her. We're just going to go for the Elderbow spell. You could go for Dragon Roar spell as well. And you're just going to see the damage output from Shemira is going to be very high. Like, as high as basically possible. And it's just going to completely shred through the boss. Bonnie also amplifies her damage a bit because it boosts the magical damage dealt. And especially from ultimates. So there you have it, basically. Okay. Oh, potential force. Corroding Storm. That's only good for prior to the boss. It doesn't help in the boss, right? That's what we said. Guardian Mark. I mean, Guardian Mark is pretty interesting. It gives us survival. Doubles the energy restoration bonus. How much do we have so far? 100 energy after casting an ultimate. It'll go up to 200 energy. Honestly, I like potential force. After getting a shield, allied heroes also stun their target when dealing damage. Each allied hero. I mean, defensive counterattack is also good for a shielding-oriented comp. Yeah, and I think even for some bosses, I think the stun can sometimes trigger. I don't know if it's for this boss where they can trigger, but I am gonna go for defensive counterattack. I think kind of a few of these were decent options, but anyway, now hopefully we can maybe hit one more completion, like one more potential relic, or maybe if we're lucky, 2 more sanctuary relics. We're going to go back to our team, which is going to be the Iron Ulmus team. And as we have been running up until now. And we should be fine. We should be fine. We can go for the Elderbow spell again. You can even go for Guardian spell. That gives you good protection. And it can buy enough time sometimes if you're having issues surviving. So yeah, this is easy. Sometimes though, you're going to run into a floor in like between 15 and 20, those floors, 16, 17, 18, 19. Sometimes you're going to run into a floor which is really difficult. And you might have to try like more crowd control, like running a Siren as well, running Guardian spell. Here we actually have a decent example. Because we have the Thorns and they have the multiple lives and they have the damage effect, sometimes they will be able to kill your team. And so we're going to have to see. If they do get off an ultimate, and we don't kill them in time. We do manage to kill them in time, so we're fine. But if they were, then you'll have to try some different comps. You want to make sure none of your allies are dying right now. Up until like the boss stage. And in the boss stage, you want to make sure you have the twins, basically. Okay, I mean, this is easy. So we've faced pretty easy opponents so far, but like the next one is going to be the 19th floor, which if it is a difficult lineup and also 19th floor has the most stats, it could actually be really challenging. 19th floor potentially could be the hardest. We go, okay, if we can hit one more sanctuary, we're in such a good position. Yeah, so even though we didn't hit Chain Shield, we didn't hit Health Shield, I'm feeling pretty confident about all of this. Okay, we have the Brutuses. Now, when you find a Brutus, this is the time where you want to think about maybe should I go for Siren, and I don't know. First, we're going to just try it, like, without the Siren, but because Siren can put the execution mark onto the Brutuses, then they don't have that survival. Like, look at this. Iron has already died. So, yeah, this one is going to be a bit trickier. We're going to go for Siren. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go for the Guardian spell. Like we said, good protection, and it will buy time until my Siren can cast his ultimate, and then hopefully we'll just be able to clean it up from then. Okay, Siren casted his ultimate, Twins casted their ultimate, and don't worry, even if... Are we dead? What's happening? Oh no, okay, we managed to survive, thankfully. But even if you died here, what you can do is there will be a replay, the try again button. And then you will be able to try again, reattempt it, and have all of your heroes alive. So just do not click through immediately if one of your heroes died. You can go for the try again button. Okay, we are done. We didn't hit another hit, okay, so we don't have the optimal crest setup. However, I think it should be good enough that we can get a pretty decent score. And you're only allowed like one final, so if your run completes, whether your heroes die or you just run out the timer, that is going to be your final score. So right now I've already done my run for the week. I got like I got 7 rounds of the boss defeated on this final difficulty. I want to try to beat that and get even higher. So now basically we're going to show you some comps which people like to run with this verdict shield setup, and this is why I brought these heroes. So Sonya is run a lot with Thorin, for example, like this Thorin Soul Pact, the Sonya having the Mikola and Coco, for example, like this, and you just have Coco for shielding, Thorin for tanking, and basically a team like this. A lot of teams are going to be similar to this. We're running the Alibo spell, so I'm going to try this and see what happens here. I actually think maybe we need to reposition the twins. So let's see what happens, because we have the verdict shield, now we have the shields applied to our allies, and now we're going to begin bursting the boss pretty heavily with all the shielding that we have. But our major form of shielding is really all from the Coco. Nicola is at least healing, and then I guess the twins provide a bit of shielding as well. But yeah, looking at this, we're already 5 rounds in, and it looks like we're on track to get a really good score. Elderbow spell as well. I think that is stunning the boss here. The boss, I believe, is getting stunned. Wow, we took a big burst of damage, but the whole team survived, which is really good. And it looks like we're doing really well. Round 8 already. Like I said, I think we did round 7 in my previous clear. And so we're probably going to get a new score if we just let it play out. But I'm going to do a bit more testing. I'm not going to just run... Okay, I'm going to retry this. So we did about 10 rounds with that, which is good. That's definitely good. So just for experimentation, I know we have the verdict shield, and like traditionally when you have verdict shield, you don't want to go for like a raw damage Shemira type comp. But I just want to see what happens here if we did decide to go for like a team like this. Because we have the Rainier, we have the buffing up of Shemira. I want to see how well it does. So let's see, can this still get a good score? Because usually when I don't hit verdict shield, I just go for a comp like this, which is just basically Shemira as your damage dealer. We're also stunning him massively with the Elderbow spell. And wow, we're actually doing really well with this team. But he's about to probably kill me pretty soon. He just needs to get a few attacks off. And the boss does have an energy meter, so I guess the boss does technically also is able to cast an ultimate. So yeah, generally I just stick to a comp like this. Because I don't then depend on the verdict shield. But of course, if you get the verdict shield crest, that is still going to power up this team and make it better. We're getting an even better score with this team lineup than like that Sonya, Mikola type team. But those Sonya, Mikola teams, sometimes those are the best option. And from what I've seen, like other like high rankers in Labyrinth. So that's why I keep them in my like locked in heroes, but you don't need them because really we didn't use them, and even right now Shemira is like kind of outperforming that team. Maybe my positioning isn't optimal of it, but like look at this, we're gonna get to round 11 I believe, and we still have like a lot of shielding, and we're getting that value because Damon provides a shielding as well, I guess, to benefit the verdict shield. So we're gonna get round 11 complete. Can we even get round 12? Probably not, right? Because the boss is now really tanky. He's not taking much damage at all. But this is what we're going to end up with, which I think overall is definitely a new record for me for this week. And it kind of shows you the strategy that I kind of like to follow. You don't have to run Rainier, by the way. Just run Thorin instead of Rainier. Thorin is basically the free-to-play version of Rainier, because Thorin also has a debuff onto the boss to increase the damage taken. Okay, if you look at the damage, Damon did a good amount of damage as well. Same with Shemira. So overall, let's see what type of score we were able to get. And that is going to be 1,442. That's really good. That's really good. It is beating my previous record by like over 400 points. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Of course, you want to try to aim for that verdict shield and type of strategy. But even if you don't hit it, you can still get a pretty good score if you just run a Shemira team on that final lineup. You can try Coco. You can just experiment with things. It does come down to experimentation at the end of the day, Labyrinth. But overall, I'm definitely proud of this. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you're also able to get a good ranking for your guild. And again, at the end of the day, even if you can just clear floor 20, that is more than enough of a service you're providing to your guild. Even in my really active district, like just clearing floor 20 and like it doesn't matter what your points are, you're guaranteed to get like top 30, which is really good. And like even other people in top 50, they're like, they're not even enough people who completed for top 50. So yeah, participating in Labyrinth always will be good. If you can clear up to floor 20 of difficulty 15, that is great service to your guild. And if you're able to go even beyond and get a high score like what we tried to do here, then even better for your guild. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. You can feel free to share your tips about Labyrinth in the comment section down below. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.